What it do? It's me, Hyunhe, and welcome to episode 2 of That's the Thing, the most unnecessary podcast of December 2023. Today we have a very special guest. She owns like a cafe, right? Yeah. So let's welcome Kyaappucino. Welcome. Yay.
Hey. Hello, and thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, I can't believe that you accepted the invite. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah. So we're gonna start with the generic questions first. So I made a list of questions and then I started with the typical questions. So let's get them out of the way. So the first question is, when did you decide to become a VTuber?
Really funny thing about that. My decision to become a VTuber should not have happened in October.
Why?
Because truly I was supposed to debut in yung plano ko originally was to debut in December. Kaso, when I was in the VTuber Bayanihan server, we're both a part of it, and they released pub mats for Halloween. I'm a big horror fan. So, yung thing is, nagustuhan ko yung pub mat nila. So, nag-react ako, not knowing na pag nag-react ka, sasali ka sa collab.
Akala mo parang lang, yung mag-react ka lang parang, oh wow, gusto ko to. Tapos biglang nasali ka. Yun pala.
Okay. So, ayoko naman i-ghost sila kasi nakakahiya. Kasi parang, by reacting, I was committing to doing it. So, I went to my artist because I have an artist friend and they were asking me, so, kaya kailangan ko magde-debut sa December. I went up to her and I said, actually, magde-debut ako October.
Gusto di na natuloy.
Sa Halloween ako. Sa Halloween ako magde-debut. So, ayun. Yung ginawa niya, she made my overlay really, really quick. She made me a pixel overlay because para I would have something to show sa collab. And yun. And that's when I became a VTuber. By accident.
Yun ba yung Gartic phone? Yung Gartic phone collab. May archive pa ba nun?
Gartic phone? Meron. I have the archive on my Twitch.
Okay.
May archive ako nun. Pero yung very, very first, before that, I had a collab with another VTuber for Poppy's Playtime.
With Emiridia.
Right? Emiridia I had for Poppy's Playtime. It was maswerte kasi I didn't know by default Twitch does not record all of your VODs. So, nagkataon, she was telling me magre-record siya. Akala ko, sige, gawin ko rin yun. So now, there is no full playthrough of me playing Poppy's Playtime, but there's a partial VOD that I have for the last hour. I was trying to finish that game.
Buti ka pa yung first stream mo na meron pang parang evidence na nag-stream ka. Kasi ako nagawa ko na din yun dati, yung hindi naka-on yung save VODs. Oo, gano'n. Lang yun, naglalaro ako ng yung mga indie game from itch.io. Yeah, sometimes I go there then look for games. So yun pala yung una mong collab with another Bayanihan member, tapos yung sunod mo yung Gartic phone.
And so I met everyone. And it's where I met you na rin.
So ito naman, more an existential question. Why did you become a VTuber? Ayan.
Why? Because also by accident. Then yung nangyari kasi, yung I'm in an LDR and it just happened that day. Like 1 week, I think. 1 week before I accidentally joined the collab. Busy sila. So hindi nila ako makausap. The other friends that I go to, kapag busy yung jowa ko, busy rin. So, instead of me reaching out to my other friends, like I have marami akong kaibigan. Umupo ako doon, tapos inisip ko, so busy sila, busy rin yung jowa ko. Eh di maging VTuber na lang ako para makausap ako.
Okay.
It's really, I wanted to talk to other people, connect with people.
Yeah.
I think it's remnant from COVID kasi like wala akong makausap. Pag wala akong makausap, nakakalungkot. So, isip ko, pag nag-stream ako, marami akong makakausap.
Yeah. ang tindi ng COVID. Naalala ko yung very first day ng COVID, yung outbreak. Naka-uniform na ako noon. Tapos biglang, Kienhe, wag kang pumasok. Kasi, may lockdown daw. Sabi ko, okay. Tapos yun na, doon na nag-start. Parang, grabe
Diba?
yun, as in, bawal lumabas. Tapos, dapat laging nakamask. Yung face shield, nalala mo yun? Dapat naka-face shield. Grabe yun.
Grabe, diba? Parang, before, iniisip ko, ay hindi, madali lang yan para sa akin kasi introvert din naman talaga ako. So, madali yung mag-stay home. Hindi rin pala. Iba pa rin yung feeling kapag nag-stay home ka kasi gusto mo you wanna stay home.
Yeah. Tsaka recently parang nararamdaman ka na yung effects yung pag masyado kang nasa loob ng bahay. Para kang plant na nalalanta, ganun. So, buti Christmas ngayon. So, lumalabas kami, ganun. Tapos, yun lang, parang refreshing. Ganun. I think this is a prop. Sometimes when streamers fail to manage their online life and then their real life, diba, bad things can happen to their mental health, ganun. So, ito yung question ko. How do you balance your life online and IRL?
I do not. Sure. I think it's difficult for everybody. Kasi for me, at least, I think it helps na may day job ako. Kasi, I say day job, pero night shift worker ako. So, it helps to have a day job for me para makaseparate ako ng oras. Kasi pag hindi, it's just, ini-imagine ko nga anong mangyayari if I quit my day job and just try streaming or content creating like 24/7. Wala pa ako sa level na kaya ko i-separate yung oras. Kasi even if I have a day job, may days talaga na yung schedule ko is just tulog, gising, trabaho. Tapos yun. Nag-repeat lang yung cycle. So I think, pero streaming has helped because sometimes I stream before work or after work. Tapos niisip ko, so if I don't do my workload for the day or for the week, hindi ako makakapag-stream. And it's been very good for me because I can, parang na-distinguish ko na kung kailan ko namimiss yung jowa ko versus I just wanna talk to people.
Yeah.
It's been good because now I can separate the two, and now when I want to talk to them, I just say, hi. So, I namimiss na kita versus just I just want to talk to them. I just want to fulfill my social quota, ganun. That makes sense. It's very elusive yung work-life balance still, pero work in progress siya. Like today, since we had the podcast, I had to manage my time and get everything I had to do done para makakatulog ako. Tapos ayan. It's like the first, kasi kasakit ako. So I had to stop streaming for like the rest of last week because like I tried to push through it anyway, and I still have a VOD where I did that. Well, my viewers said they were just getting worried, so I was like, okay, sure, di mo na ako mag-stream. Ayan, so this is the first thing I'm doing since then.
Hindi lang the sniffles, no? Is it something worse?
Oh no, I had the flu.
The flu?
Yeah, flu season.
So ano yung random, weird no question. Anong gamot ba dapat?
Like, I take Lagundi. I take Lagundi. I drink lots of water. Tapos, umiinom rin siya. It's okay naman.
Okay.
It's mostly, I think it's all the sleep. I get so much, ever since I got sick, I have been getting a lot of sleep. This does not happen when pag magaling ako. This does not happen. Parang, tutulog ako 9 a.m. Tapos gising ako 4. Kaya yung PDM mo na ako, dun ako nagising.
7 hours. Diba? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This does not happen. Kapag wala akong sakit, I'm lucky to get like 5 hours tops.
Ano ba dapat yung right amount of sleep? 8 ba dapat?
8 or more, depende sa katawan mo.
Okay. Ito random question lang, related dun sa isang question. So, minsan ba parang naisip mo na parang Batman situation? Kasi 'di ba si Batman tapos si Bruce Wayne, parang 'di ba dalawa 'yon, parang two sides. Pero siya si Batman, parang si Bruce Wayne lang yung parang cover niya. Naiisip mo ba yun minsan? Kasi ako, alam mo yun, parang ako si Hienhip, tapos yung kabila parang cover lang. Is it weird? Is that weird?
Not really, because naniniwala naman ako na as VTubers, right, we decide on our persona for a reason. Like, the
Mhm.
person we become online is in some ways closer to what we actually present as.
Mhm.
That makes any sense. Because I don't know, for me at least, my model is pre-made,
Mhm.
pero ni-recolor ko siya, tapos lahat ng favorite colors ko ginamit ko.
Mhm.
Tapos every time I go online as my VTuber, I don't know, I feel closer to what I really want to be or what I want to
Yeah,
present
yeah.
as, you know? So yeah, I think that's not a weird situation. Kasi, we didn't choose what we were born as. We didn't
Mm,
choose what we
mm.
presented as. Pero as VTubers, we can choose. And I think that's a great thing. Kasi it's like you're remaking a part of yourself na not everyone gets to see. Diba? I
Mm.
think that's cool.
Yeah, kasi pag nag-stream ako, wow, that, I'm more myself when I stream.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, ganun, parang, it's a form of self-expression. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, next question, this one. What's the latest milestone you've achieved?
Latest? Malapit
Mm-mm.
na ako mag 150 followers.
Nice.
Which is strange kasi hindi ako nagsi-stream. Like, buong linggo hindi ako nagsi-stream. I just show up for as many friends as I can.
Yeah.
Like, kapag nagsi-stream mga kaibigan ko, I just show up and I say hi. And then they keep asking me, oh, how's your progress? Kamusta ka na? May sakit ka pa ba? And then, so, ina-update ko sila. And they keep shouting me out, which is great. Pero, when I look at when I get the alert that people follow me, I'm like, why? I haven't been streaming. I haven't streamed in a week.
Maybe meron kang, vibe,
Oh, I
You have
guess
that vibe
so.
in the chat rooms.
I guess so.
And then this one. Who are your inspirations?
Wala akong physical list, pero may
Hmm.
mental list ako of
Okay.
streamers that I really admire. One of my favorite, Niji Sanji Oshis.
Mhm.
Si Fulger Ovid.
Oh yeah, the one who looks like Dante. Yeah.
Yeah, the one who looks like Dante. Funny story about that. So, when I really got into VTubers, I got into them kasi sa Luxiem, di ba? Yung unang male lineup ata ng Niji Sanji. So, nandun si Vox. Initially, like, most of my friends, nakita nila, sobrang dami kong retweets about Vox Akuma. And then, yung dumating yung kapatid niya.
Oo
It's
nga
like,
pala, magkapatid sila. Yeah, yeah.
magkapatid sila. I dropped it's like I dropped Vox. I swapped for his brother. Because I enjoy this vibe. Because, he looks edgy, but is actually a nerd. Which I really, I really vibe with. He has comfortable vibes, and he's not afraid to set boundaries, which I think is important.
Yeah, it's really important.
Yeah, because on a personal note, I do not. Parang because of streaming, I've also learned how to set boundaries for myself and my stream, which is really important. So one is Fulger, mostly because I like his vibes. He streams when he wants to stream, and he's the kind of VTuber who is not scared of horror. So I like it because really chill yung vibes niya. Kapag nagugulat siya, yun lang, he's not a screamer, which I prefer
Ayun, parang,
when I watch
parang
horror.
ganun lang.
Yeah.
Yeah, may mga tao talagang ganun, yung hindi takot sa horror movies. Meron akong tita, yung parang tumatawa lang, parang, jump scare, ganun. Sa tawanan niya kami, pag natatakot kami. Yung mga ganun tao eh.
Oo, yung galing. Tapos, well, the flesh tuber I really like is like Manly Badass Hero. I love that guy. He's a YouTuber.
I know him.
Oh, yeah. I like him because he keeps, he records himself playing sometimes these really weird games.
Yeah,
You wouldn't expect, anyone else to like. And then you start liking it kasi ang ganda ng pagka-edit niya. Chill lang siya.
Parang straight to the point minsan yung content niya. Ano na parang I'll play this game and then things happen.
Yeah, I'll play this game and then I'll go. And let me see. The last person is also an indie. He's like glasses on toast. Like
Oh yeah,
literally
the
that's
guy
his,
we raided. Yeah, I was
yeah, the
there. I
guy.
was there. Buti kumanta ng ano yun, ng Aladdin, yung paglabas ni
Mm-mm.
Genie, yung
He sang A Friend
Mr.
Like
Aladdin.
Me.
Yeah, that one.
Galing niya. I like
Mm.
him because he actively makes a community that lifts each other up.
Mm.
Kasi I accidentally met him. I say that
Mm.
because I was hanging out in Shion's Minecraft stream.
Mm.
Tapos he started talking to me. So
Mm.
very welcoming siya. Tapos sabi niya, PM niya ako, tapos streamer din pala siya. When I went into his stream, it's very comfortable yung vibes kasi sobrang welcoming niya, mabait siya, and
Yeah.
he always says nice things about every person. So yung community niya, yung croutons,
Mm.
sobrang, wala, ang bait, ang welcoming. Tapos, ever since, like, I've only been a friend of his for like a month. Pero parang never na ako umalis ever since nagsi-stream.
Yeah.
Every stream of his that I can make it to, I'm always there. Kasi, ayun, I don't know, it's hard to beat a really friendly, welcoming vibe. Especially when like literally wherever this guy goes.
Mm.
He's always really nice, really sweet to everybody. So yun nangyari, since yun yung naranasan ko, na-adapt ko na rin.
Mm.
So that's why whenever, and Ian has also experienced this, every time one of my friends goes into my stream, I pause whatever I'm doing and I always say, hi, yeah, this is my friend. He's a great. When I do my shout outs, I always have something to say for every single one of them.
Yeah.
Yun, it's because of him.
Yeah.
Ganun siya. So nakawa rin ako.
Kaninang 5 a.m., pumunta ako sa stream niya, nakita kita. Tahimik lang ako pa, gising ka pa. Ganun, so parang okay. Pero yun nga, nung ni-raid natin siya, syempre nakikinig ako, napagod ako. Alam mo yun, para siyang battery. Grabe yung energy niya. Tapos na-imagine ko, kung gagayahin ko siya, di ko kakayanin. Pagod ako in like 5 minutes. Grabe siya, parang, yo, welcome, parang gano'n. I can't.
Sobrang extroverted niya.
Yeah, sobrang.
Kaya nga, like, sometimes I feel like I say too much. Also, the other thing I like about streaming, because it teaches you how to say things that pop into your head.
Yeah.
Kasi, ayun nga, everything I say about the people I shout out, it's always true things. Like, example, what I say about Yenhe, like, hi, it's my friend Yenhe. I met him in a collab, really chill guy. He's really good at fighting games. Yung mga ganun. Everything I've experienced, because I've sat in his chat and I've seen him play Street Fighter. He's really good.
Thanks. Nagpo-practice nga ako eh. Practice ako kagabi. Ganun. Basta daming malalakas. Anyways. So, eto naman. Do you have any big streams, pag magaling ka na, or big projects coming soon?
I think one of the biggest projects is karaoke, maybe? This is the thing, right? Like, initially, I was planning to do my coffee talk stream because that's what I do. Basically, my streams, if I'm not reading a lot of visual novels, I'm playing horror games.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I planned my coffee talk stream, and then I was talking as usual. And then accidentally, pumasok siya sa stream ko. And before that, I'd accidentally told him, marunong ako manta. Completely by accident.
Wait, nandun ba ako nun? Yun, yung unarchived. Yun, dinilit mo yung bot.
He said, you know how to sing? Sabi ko, yes. From what I remember, he was like, can I hear you sing like anything? So I was like, well, might as well.
Grabe, enjoy ako nun eh. OP eh. Punta ka na OP eh.
That was supposed to be a one-off thing. Ayun. I think that's also something that the VTubing community has done. Kasi kapag tinry mo, tapos na-encourage ka ng mga tao, gusto mo ulitin, diba?
Parang peer pressure pero kind.
Diba? Oo. What I did was, unang kinanta ko was Rainbow by South Border. Yun yung sample ko for them. Tapos, ayun, na-enjoy niya. Marunong ako kumanta, pero hindi ko alam kung, like, acceptable ba siya? When I express interest in singing, sintonado ako. 100% sintonado ako. So yun nangyari, yung magulang ko, they got me voice lessons. Hindi na ako sintonado. Pero yung music teacher ko, kasi di ba mababa boses ko.
Yes.
Like when my speaking voice, mababa siya. My voice teacher was convinced kaya niya itaas yung boses ko. So, yung singing voice ko, kaya I can reach high notes. Pero yung effect naman nun, if I go too high for my range, nahihilo ako.
Ano yung may something, head tone nata yun yung kapag tinaasan mo, tas, ayun.
Tinrain ako para taasan yung head voice ko. So, yun nangyari, I was singing Disney, and at one point, nag-cut off na yung mic ko kasi yung settings ng mic ko, may threshold siya.
Yeah, ako din
kapag yung limiter, pag na-reach yung threshold, magka-cut off siya kasi it's okay for me to get cut off instead of hurting everyone's ears, yung ganun. So, yun nangyari, I reached the high notes. I think I was singing part of your world. Nag-cut off siya bigla. Sabi ng kaibigan ko, sabi ng mag ko, nag-cut off ka bigla. Sabi ko, yeah, because it's my high notes. It's part of the VTubing thing, right?
Yeah.
Mas acceptable na mahit mo yung limit kasi, your viewers have a bad experience with your audio.
So, you're saying more karaoke streams and...
I think one more karaoke stream, and
right.
I want to finish Fire Emblem Three Houses because one of my viewers requested that. Specifically, nag-request siya, gusto niya magka-dance Raphael sa team ko.
Ano ba yung Fire Emblem? Yun ba yung turn-based?
Yes.
Okay.
Turn-based RPG siya. Tapos, another stream I plan on having is I think it's a game called RimWorld. Parang space colony siya. You can integrate it to your Twitch. So chat will have a chance to make events happen for the colonists. They can buy things for your colonists, to their detriment or to their benefit. So mga ganun. I want more interactive streams kasi while I was on my break, I realized I have a lot of games na solo. Wala ka masyadong collab, which is fine kasi yun nga, I went into this not expecting, anybody would want to collab with me anyway.
Then next question is this one. What's the most delicious alcoholic drink you've ever tried? What a jump from future projects to alcohol.
What drink have I tried recently? Because I was at a company year-end party. It was really nice. Yung may mobile bar sila nun. Ang dami nag-umaabang lang nun.
Anong mobile bar? Yung parang van, ganun, tapos bubuksan lang nila?
I wish that was the case. Pero hindi. Parang dun siya sa likod ng kwarto. Like, yung stall ng bartender nandun. Tapos you can request from a list of their cocktails, what's available. I think yung pinakamasarap was sangria cooler ata, yung drink na yun.
Anong color nun?
I say pink, pero it was really dark red siya. Tapos, ang fruity ng lasa. Plastic cup siya, tapos dark red siya. Tapos, pinasa lang sa akin. May yellow, pinasa sa akin. Tapos, ayun, nasarapan ako. So, I had like 3.
Saan yung parang blood red mukhang potion, ganun? Ito yung mga ganun. So, have you ever tried like bar hopping before?
Only once, and that was because from the company year-end party, after party kami. So, pumunta kami sa isang bar na malapit. Tapos yun din yung first experience ko na from a regular party, after party kami. It was great. I was out drinking until like 3 in the morning, and then I sobered up with my friend sa loob ng McDo until 6. Tapos umuwi na ako.
Next is this one. Have you tried mixing your own drinks before? And did you succeed?
No, I haven't tried mixing my own drinks before. Like, I've only had the college experience where you go to these, the seediest bar you can afford because you can't afford much. Tapos they're gonna mix yung gin bilog, mga ganun. I think that's the closest I've ever gotten mixing drinks.
Yung sisindihan yung gin pa ulit-ulit, diba? Ganun. Tapos may pichel, tapos merong tang pineapple or something. Yeah. I've tried that na din. Sarap naman. Okay lang.
Diba?
So, Cappuccino, as an owner of a cafe, what's your favorite type of coffee?
Let me think. Well, my namesake is a cappuccino.
Mm-hmm. So,
My namesake,
Cappuccino.
but pero my other favorite drink is yung barista drink. It's a customizable drink
Mm.
from your not coffee franchise.
Mm.
So if you want to order one of those, like I like the barista drink because one of my taglines that I like saying is I hope your coffee is strong enough to get you through whatever you need to do today,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what the barista drink does to me. Whenever I need extra strength to finish projects or something, that's what I order because I cannot go back to sleep after having that, because it has like I think 4 espresso shots. Yung pag venti in order mo ata,
Yeah.
four espresso shots siya.
4 sa isang
Uh,
sa isang cup, ganun.
ah,
Lakas
ah,
na.
ah, that's why I only need one drink. I nurse that drink from the beginning of my shift till the end of my shift.
Nagpalpitate ka na ba before?
Yes. Oo.
So, paano parang, kasi may iba't ibang klase ng palpitation, kasi mine, I've experienced yung shaking, ganun, shaking, tapos fast heartbeat, tapos merong isa yung parang restless ako, parang something's gonna happen, and then I'm just waiting, like, oh, it's coming, and then nothing's happening, and I'm just super restless, and then I'm moving faster, parang ganun.
Yeah, that's the one I experience. The fast heartbeat, and when you want something to happen, when it feels like nothing is happening fast enough.
That one. Nothing's happening.
Diba?
Whoa. Ganun.
Like, why is nothing happening? Oh my god. I've also had that bottled coffee. Yeah, yung bottled coffee na discontinued.
Yung bringing up
yun?
sa stream mo, yung Copy Ka 78, yun ba yun? Oh, yeah. Have you ever, scrolled through YouTube Shorts?
I have.
Ako kasi nag-scroll ako dati, tapos may nakita akong channel na dedicated to, like brewing their own coffee. They use very expensive equipment for the coffee, like the grounds, ganon. Then I saw the comments parang, negative, mostly negative comments. So I wanted to ask, what are your thoughts on people who invest in high-end coffee making products?
Well, if they can afford it and they're really into coffee, then why not? Like, what other people do with their money is none of my business.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? So kung afford nila, if that's what makes them happy, then why not? Because I do know people like that exist. Like, they're really obsessed with their coffee making hobby. I think that's really good. At the end of the day, they're just investing in things that make their day much better. So I don't understand why people in social media have a tendency to look down upon people who invest a lot of expensive equipment. Well, I suppose I can understand if the creator is making it out na relatable sila. Pero the minute you buy high-end brewing stuff, you are no longer relatable to the mass market because not everyone can afford that. You're now part of that niche who's really into the specific hobby, and I think that's what people should be mindful of. Have you ever watched those shorts where they're simulating a home cafe experience?
Oh, no.
May shorts na ganun where they simulate the experience of having a home cafe, but they don't use the expensive. I think the most expensive thing I've seen from their videos are the parang may glass teapot siya. Tapos gagawa na siya. Tapos gagawa siya ng cake, I think. So, right around about way, like, I don't know. I don't care what people do with their time. If they want to invest in... I say this because my sibling has a French press. My sibling does the thing with coffee where they buy the really good beans and they have the coffee press. Like, their tastes have changed. They're more into black coffee. Like, my sibling drinks coffee. Like, he drinks Americanos. He drinks his coffee black. I am not at that level yet. But, like, he swears, like, when you've had really good coffee beans, it just tastes different. And, if you can afford that experience, why not?
Yung grandparents ko, meron silang French press, and then sometimes they ask me to make coffee for them. Yeah, I can consider it a fun hobby. But, I wouldn't go too far. And I agree with you na, I just don't care what people do online. I just can't help thinking like, wow, haha, well, so expensive. That's so unnecessary, but okay. And then, the people on social media, they are ruthless. They will say anything. All the offensive
Yeah.
stuff they can say, they will say.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm like, why? I mean, I get it on some level, but also why? That you're just, it's like making fun of somebody that's really doing what they want. So I think I'm sympathetic to that because I've lived through the era where it was not cool to like anime.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So nowadays, I can't believe the anime has become mainstream because it was not cool to like anime. It was not cool to like, the K-drama things.
Yeah. And people would judge you if you had a yaoi paddle. And then
Yeah.
cosplaying. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. They'd make fun of you for cosplaying, even for just wearing those anime inspired, those hoodies, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'd make fun of you for that. So I think that's what I sympathize with when
Mm-hmm.
when they go all in on their hobby. I've also realized that no matter what hobby you're in, there'll always be that group of people
Yeah, who will,
say absolutely anything.
mm-hmm. I went to your Twitter one time and then I saw that you wanted to stream this Freddy Fish game,
Ah, yes.
right? So it made me write this question down. Do you still remember your first point and click game?
My God, I can't believe. One, I still can't believe I write these things sometimes. Um, my first point and click game I remember was Monkey Island, I think.
What's that?
Oh, it's a really. Let me just look it up really fast.
All right.
Monkey Island point and click. I'm just old at this point. It's called The Secret of Monkey Island.
Y8 Flash player.
Mm-hmm. That old Flash player style.
Yeah.
It was one of those games where I had the CD and everything. I put it in the computer. Yeah.
Mm.
It's a puzzle solving game. It's a 2D adventure game, point and click, where you're stuck on this island, like you're stuck on Monkey Island and you have to explore.
Mm. And then you
Like
need to
there's this
escape.
guy. There's this guy called Guybrush Threepwood. I'm not lying.
What?
A youth named Guybrush Threepwood arrives on Melee Island.
Guybrush. Nice. What a
Yeah,
unique name.
he hopes to become a pirate.
Mm.
So he seeks out the island's pirate leaders who give him 3 trials. So he has to win a sword duel,
Mm-hmm.
find buried treasure, and steal a valuable idol from the mansion of a governor. The game takes place with you doing these things.
Mm. Do you remember
And
Whack Your Boss though?
yes,
Whack Your Boss. What else?
I love Back Your
Uh,
Boss.
it was really, really violent. Like when I was a kid, I was like, oh wow, blood. And then the
Yeah, that was.
other Whack Your Something series. Yeah.
It became an entire series. I used to love those games.
Mm.
I love those games. And before I played, like, my first horror game was a game called Hotel 626.
Hotel 66. Yo, is that the Doritos game?
Yeah, the Doritos game.
Yeah, the Doritos game. I was like, yo, this is insane. And then like you have to take you need to like take a picture of a girl in the dark. That was insane. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to time it right.
Yeah, you need to time it right. And then if you give it like this is when you know the age of we were at the age of like flash games
Mhm.
where if you put in your number, it would actually call your phone number. I cannot believe that was an ad for Doritos of all
Yeah,
things.
Doritos.
It was so good. POV game released back in 2008.
2008.
2008.
Yeah, I think it would still hold up today.
It really would.
Mm.
And one of the marketing stunts that I think is really good
Mm.
was you could only play that game from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So people were resetting their computer clocks just to play the game.
Really?
Yeah. Like literally, you could only play it from
Damn.
6 in the evening to 6 in the morning.
Insane.
Mhm.
So speaking of Flash games, do you think that the death of Adobe Flash Player is a loss for the preservation of internet history?
Yes. I was just talking about this with one of my old friends actually. Like I told them I think it's pretty sad that there will be a group of kids who will never know the insanity that was Club Penguin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
My brother doesn't know Club Penguin. I asked him about it like
no,
2 days ago. He was like, "What? What's Club Penguin?" Yeah.
no. And then they won't know what Club Penguin is, and they also won't know what coolmathgames.com is.
Oh, cool, man. You know Starfall?
No.
No? All right, all right. So basically, it's a website where you could play flash games. Like, ano siya, storybook siya. Children's stories and
Oh,
then interactable. And then you flip the page on your own.
oh, I would
Yeah.
have loved that. As a
Mm.
kid, I would have loved that.
It's probably still up. I'm not sure.
Oh
So,
yeah.
mm,
Tapos sabi rin ng friend ko sa akin, like Cool Math Games has been bought by another company, I think, and they're now making it into an ARG or something.
what?
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah. I think I've heard of
insane.
that.
I think it's nice it's still up, you know.
Mm. So, flash games, video games, AAA stuff. In recent years, indie game developers have found ways to incorporate new concepts to their games, such as perspective changes, storylines, etc. Do you think that classic genres such as RPG and hack and slash could die out in the next 10 to 20 years? Why or why not?
Hmm. I think I'm thinking if they could die out because there will always be a group of people that want things to stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's always a group of people who's archiving the old, like whether we do it through emulators
Yeah.
or they actually preserve like older computers that can run the stuff. So I think a genre can only die out if they cannot innovate or catch up. It's like Nokia, right? Before Nokia was the biggest brand of phones
Yeah,
around.
the memes like, the phone, the 3210 is so strong. Yeah.
But unfortunately, they weren't able to keep up with the trends in the changing market.
Yeah.
So, yun nangyari, they were no longer the best phone like around. Because since Nokia, while there haven't been phones that I believe were stronger than the Nokia 3210,
Mm.
like there are more options than ever. The consumers ask for more affordable phone brands, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Like if you're to ask for more and suddenly the things that Nokia was offering a couple of years ago was not good enough.
Mm.
Kasi nowadays more people are into smartphones. Like nagiging retro na yung it's considered retro and vintage if
Mm.
you're into yung mga flip phones or the really really old ones. Yung may
Yeah.
keypad, yung may physical
Mm.
keypad pa.
Tapos meron pa kayong ini-slide mo pa. Pag slide mo, may keyboard. Yun
Mm.
yung dati.
Oo. Yung Engage ata.
Yeah.
Never had one, pero that was
Mm.
cool. But yeah, I believe a genre can only die out if it cannot innovate itself. But there'll always be a select group of people who consider it a cult classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I have a very big nostalgia for like House of the Dead. Right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
yeah, and House of the Dead is for me it was an arcade game
Mm.
where you just shot zombies all the time.
Mm.
But now, less and less people are going to arcades. So I wouldn't be surprised if it died out in a couple of years. That's why it's important to like do something that keeps the genre fresh,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I touched a smartphone, a touch screen. I was like,
Mm-mm.
yo, this is magic. I was like 13, 14. Yeah. Arcades. Yeah, the thing you said about arcades, yeah, they're slowly dying out. Wala na yung Time Crisis, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you know?
Oh, yeah. Nakakabis.
Alam mo yung isda, yung gambling game,
Oh
yung nakaupo
no!
lahat ng mga adults tapos may fish dun sa screen. Yun na lang yung
Mm-mm.
natitira. Tapos mga crane game with, cheap stuffed toys inside,
Sayang.
Yeah, some games really didn't stand the test of time.
I remember when I was younger, I would go into an arcade. I would play this game where you had to squash spiders. I think
Oh
there
yeah.
you remember there were buttons on the ground you had to
Mm,
squish whenever it lit up. And I don't
mm,
know, sayang there aren't things like that. It didn't stand the test of time.
yeah. All right. So next topic is pets. If you could have any animal in the world as a pet, which animal would it be and why?
Oh, it's easy. It's a unicorn.
But
Like
it's not. Is it a cryptid? Can you even consider a unicorn an animal?
a mythical creature.
Ah, yeah, yeah, maybe. You have a point. Why? Why a unicorn?
Because I like unicorns. Like, unironically, I
Mm-hmm.
really like that's one of my favorite animals. It has been a constant in my life. Things like pastel,
Mm-hmm.
horror, but also unicorns. It's it's so much so that through the years, if people close to me have seen unicorn themed stuff, like they send it to me because they think
Mm,
about me. Like unironically right now, I have like a tote bag with a unicorn on it. I have like a unicorn stuffed toy somewhere.
mm,
It's just one of those, things that make me happy. Then I try to collect as
mm,
much as I can. I know someone gifted me a notebook with a unicorn motif on it.
mm.
But um if we were to ask like real creatures, makes me sad. If I could have a pet that was
Mm-hmm.
an actual creature, I think I would want to have a what do they call it? Forest. The big Norwegian cats.
Oh, the wild ones or like the normal domesticated ones?
Either the Norwegian forest cat.
Oh, Norwegian forest cat. Mm.
It's a long-haired breed. I would prefer to be domesticated.
Mm.
Uh, Yeah, it's really cute, like really cute, fluffy, big cats. I just like really cute, big animals. I think
Yeah, I want a dog.
really pretty. Would you want one of those huge dogs?
Which one? The one with the long noses?
If not the long noses, like Saint Bernards. Like
Um,
what is big?
for me,
Your prime. Mm.
probably a golden retriever. I have a cousin
Oh,
who's a golden retriever. No joke. He's my
oh.
cousin, and all he does is play around, and then he kisses me sometimes, only sometimes, and then he has a sister. She's like a Shih Tzu and a hot dog breed, like a mix. And yeah, she
Oh,
really likes me. Yeah, she likes dudes.
oh,
She doesn't like girls. She's like a princess. She likes dudes.
oh, it's cute.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I want a hot dog, or a corgi, or yeah, the
Oh,
borzoi, yeah, the horse dogs.
corgis. I want a corgi.
Yeah,
They're so cute.
super cute. This one, do you have any like favorite mobile games?
Mobile games that I'm really into nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right now, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but there's like a genre of games known as the Papa's games.
Papa's Pizzeria, Papa's Burger,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. I have like I have the chicken sandwich one.
I've seen cursed screenshots from Papa's games. Like a freaking stacked burger with loads of mayo. I was like, yo, you have to stop.
Here, Papa's Clockeria. Papa's Clockeria, where all you do is make chicken sandwiches.
Clockeria. So creative. I can't take it seriously. Clockeria? Really?
Yeah. Pero ayun. Um, because I like Genshin.
Mm-hmm.
I like Genshin Impact and I like Honkai Star Rail,
Mm-hmm.
but I cannot keep. I get overwhelmed with the amount of things you have to do every day in those games.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like a chore to
It does.
play.
It does. So when I saw like the Papa's games being offered on Google Play, I tried one and then I really liked it because you can just drop in, drop out whenever you feel
Yeah.
like it. And it scratches that itch where you want to do something but not too complex.
All right. So the next question is related to mobile games. So remember when Ubisoft announced like they're gonna be releasing a lot of games, right?
Mm-mm.
One of them's gonna be a mobile game, right? And then like
Oh, yeah.
mobile games will be the future, blah blah blah. So do you agree with that opinion? Like mobile games could be the future with the constant graphical improvements of phones each year.
I think they could be a competitor, but unless like right nowadays phones are being marketed as like a kind of small like a mini PC in your
Yeah,
hands,
yeah.
I think. So if ever phones reach the point where it can because I don't believe a phone can fully replace your desktop or your laptop because completely different function. But
Yeah.
if phones keep improving and if companies optimize their games to include mobile phones,
Mm-hmm.
I think it could become a serious contender because right when Genshin Impact came out, everyone was trying to make the next Genshin Impact.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Lots of gotcha games. Lots of cool characters.
Mm-hmm. Because as far as I know, like that's one of the few games that's fully optimized for mobile,
Mm,
where as long as you have the minimum required to run it, you can literally like get lost in like the open world
mm-hmm.
aspect of Genshin for hours.
Yeah, and then there's even the Steam Deck, another competitor, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I
that's like
want
a
one.
real mini PC, right? Like you can play Cyberpunk, God of War, anything,
It
right?
is. Yeah, I
Mm,
think handheld if the Steam Deck keeps improving and doing what it's doing, it could really be
mm,
part of our future. Like whenever we go out, we don't even have to carry the desktops or the laptops with us. We could just
yeah.
pick up a Steam Deck, pick up a Switch, and just go.
But
I think that's amazing.
I still believe that PCs will always be like the standard if you want to play a game in like high fidelity and then 60 frames or more. Yeah, and
Oh
then yeah,
yes.
my grandparents can't understand. Like why do you want to buy a PC? Like you can't bring it anywhere. I'm like, "No, I don't want to be anywhere. I want to be at home. I want to play a PC at home. So get me a PC." No, I didn't say that, but like, can you please get me a PC? Yeah, stuff like that. But yeah, like
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't know what the future holds for, gaming. So we
Yeah.
just have to wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I also agree. Like I said, there are specific things that only a PC can accomplish.
Yeah.
Like not even laptops. There are specific games that will only run if you have enough power. And the drawback with laptops is you can't fully change every part of the laptop.
Mm,
There's always components you cannot change.
true.
But PC, if you build a PC, you can whatever parts you want as long as you can afford it.
Yeah.
Go.
Like oh, your monitor dropped, boom, buy a new one. Your GPU exploded, replace it. Your fans are not functioning anymore, then replace them. But with a laptop, like, oh boy, it's gonna cost you a lot more, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Because I don't have a PC yet. I'm
Mm-hmm.
also saving for a PC. I have a laptop,
Yeah, you
but
have a good
yeah.
one, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
Lenovo Legion 5, right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Mm.
got that was also a decision that when I bought the gaming laptop, that was also part of the decision where I would see if it would be good enough for VTubing
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people before I debuted, I was looking at the equipment people used for streaming and
Mm.
most of the time it was always PC, PC,
Yeah,
PC.
PC, RTX 4080, right? Water
Yeah,
cooling, yeah.
they were always advertising that you need the best stuff to start out with. Then I saw a tweet from a pretty big VTuber
Mm-hmm.
who said like the important thing is you just start. Just with whatever you've got, just start, try it out.
Yeah.
You don't have to upgrade to the latest everything. So what I did was I just got a USB mic and
Yeah.
then I got started.
Yeah, USB mic gang, let's go. I've had this for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not bad. USB mics. I know there are people that are gonna be like, but XLR mics, I
Yeah,
think.
XLR mics are, way better, of course.
Yeah, but not everyone can afford one, and it's true.
Hey, I'm not gonna flex
And
though, but I'm living proof that you can start streaming without like high-end stuff.
right.
Yeah, I still lag though.
Yeah, but you don't sound bad, and that's more important,
Thanks.
I
I do
think.
my best.
Mm-mm. Ever since I've heard that, I've read somewhere that viewers can forgive bad gameplay, but they will not forgive bad audio.
But some people like bad audio, like for funny stuff, like oh he's screaming so loud and the mic's distorted. Haha, I'm gonna
I
clip
true,
this.
true. It just depends on how you use it to your advantage, I guess.
So this one, I think the last question about like mobile games. Do you think that the Cookie Run games aged well, or were they just a flash in the pan?
Uh, I used to play Cookie Run.
Yeah,
I like those. I think they have their niche, but I don't know if they'll ever become a really big thing. Mostly because other people don't understand the concept of the cookie run. I look at it as similar to the Clash of Clan games, where they will definitely have their market.
yeah,
They definitely have their audience, but I don't know if that audience, if that audience will extend into a bigger market.
yeah. Like people still play Clash of Clans. My dad plays Clash of Clans when he has spare time. Oh, this one I remember. I will never forget this one tweet I saw. Like it was someone saying like "Ayo, WTF," and then it was a screenshot of a tweet. Like someone was saying something about Cookie Run, and then someone said "Cookussy." I was like, what are you doing? Like I'm not gonna like shame people for that, but what is what what made you say that? But hey, like if people still enjoy Cookie Run, then they can still play. But is there merch for Cookie Run?
Available here? I don't think so.
But there is. Merch
Cookie
exists, right?
Run merchandise. Huh, there is.
Then they're set.
Huh.
They can make money or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they're official. I'm looking at the official Cookie Run store.
Mhm.
Like they even have a brick collection.
What collection?
They have a Cookie Run brick collection, parang Lego.
Brick. Lego. Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm looking at their store. May OST anniversary album sila.
Wow, album. Nice one. Nice. Getting the Spotify views, listens. Nice. Good for them.
Diba?
Hmm.
Diba? They definitely have a market. Whether it's gonna be an even bigger market, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kasi, if you like cute things, I like Cookie Run. Pero yun nangyari, like, lagi ako nagugutom every time I play Cookie Run.
Ha? Bakit?
It's all themed after cookies.
Like gingerbread cookies?
There's gingerbread cookies, angel cookies, sakura cookies. When they make cookies in flavors na exists, ang gusto ko kainin.
Imagine ko kinakain mo yung mga characters na sa Cookie Run. Nakakaawa naman.
Pagkito. Ay, nako. That's probably why I stopped playing Cookie Run.
Yeah.
I was like, hindi ko na to kaya, friend.
Yung appetite mo. Oh, ito naman. Let's do a bit of reminiscing. What's the cringiest thing you've ever done?
That's a long list.
Isa lang. Yung pinaka talaga. As in your entire life.
My entire life. I think...
Then I'll share mine.
Oh my god. I think that would have to be like that time I unironically used to do the Naruto run in high school.
I did that too, but that's not the worst. But alright. I did the Naruto run and then I tripped. That's it. That's the funny part.
Oh no.
Saan ka nag-Naruto run? Oh my gosh.
Sa high school namin. Sa high school campus namin.
No, ako din.
Especially when, felt like it would be, those times when you're on campus
mm-hmm.
and ang layo na pupuntahan mo and you feel like mas mabilis tumakbo.
Yeah.
But your young brain says, yeah, but we can get there faster if we narco,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, that's not true. Oh. Actually, bibigat kasi dahil sa cringe.
diba? Bibigat dahil sobrang cringe, pare.
Kasi yung sa akin naman yung cringiest is kasi before, 'di ba, sure, high school basketball, right? And I'm not a fan of basketball, but they kept making me join because I'm pretty quote unquote tall. So what I did was I just every time I'm facing the guy with the ball, I just dance around. And holy, that was really cringe. Yeah. I do not want to relive that memory ever again.
Oh yeah, that's one of the memories where you push down as far as possible.
Yeah, like damn, bakit naalala ko pa rin to? forget this.
Yeah, like damn, please. I'm no longer this person.
And then this one related to media. So the last musical I went to was like years ago. I think it was about mga taong naapektuhan ng Marcos regime. Yun yung last na na-attendan ko. Tapos syempre parang naisip ko, gusto ko maging part. So maybe I could be an actor or I could be in charge of other stuff. And then I went to my Instagram and then I saw my aunt. She got tickets for Hamilton and then stuff like that. I was like, all right. Like I don't understand the hype, but made me curious. So I wanted to ask, do you remember your first musical?
I do, in fact. I remember the first few musicals I got to attend as a younger kid because one thing my parents believed in was never deprive your kid of learning anything.
Yeah.
And they were big fans of they happened to be big fans of musicals. So I got to see this was years ago. I got to see Miss Saigon where Lea Salonga was performing. Really, really good. And the other musical I remember was Annie.
Annie. I know that. Was that the It's a Hard Knock Life? That one?
I think
that
A Little Orphan Annie. I remember that because she sings yung Tomorrow.
Oh
Tomorrow.
yeah. I forgot about that. Tomorrow.
I love you. Tomorrow. I love musicals. I feel
it's
like
it's magical, right? Like
very, very magical. It's different from kasi diba now previously there are musical shows. Pero iba pa rin when it's musical theater.
Yeah.
Like the chills I get kapag narinig yung actors. Kasi I cannot believe that these people are singing and then they're projecting their voice so well.
And then they sing and dance. That's super tiring, dude. Like imagine you have to do a jump move and then you still have to keep your singing voice. I'd be like, I can't. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna faint.
Same.
Yeah.
I could not do that. That's very impressive.
And theater is raw. Like it's really raw.
Yeah.
Like raw energy, raw emotion, stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's no saying cut or do-overs. It's you get what you get. Like every show is different.
Yeah, because they say stuff differently. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all live. So, ayun, I wasn't part of the like a lot of my friends are into Hamilton. They went to the play. But I wasn't able to get tickets because I have to pay my bills first.
Yeah, of course. The only thing I know about Hamilton is if I can prove that I never touched my balls, you know that? Right? No, like is that a yes? No, you touched your balls. Yeah, that that's the only thing I know about it. Oh, and also one of the actors there is part of a hip hop group, like an experimental hip hop group.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're called Clipping. So Clipping, but remove all of the vowels. That's their rap group name. And then this dude rapped over an alarm clock. That's like tit 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 tit, and then he just rapped on it. Insane.
Oh my god.
And
so
then,
creative.
Yeah, and then he had this other track. It was just like a drum, like boom, 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 and it was like there was a voice saying "body and blood," and he was like, "Eat something, girl. Eat something, girl." Yes, something like that. Like it's really abrasive. Yeah, it's experimental
Mm-mm.
and I think industrial. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
pretty cool.
I think those are the sort of things that are needed in art. Things that make you uncomfortable and
What was that? Like disturb the comfortable and comfort the uncomfortable, I think. Right?
mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
All right. So speaking of music, of all the K-pop groups in the world, why choose your current favorite K-pop group?
My current,
Now
because
you prove your loyalty.
one,
Nah, just kidding. Go.
one, I'm afraid of change. Kid.
What?
Because the K-pop group I like has not performed in like 6 years.
Can you
They're
reveal their name?
It's a very niche K-pop group. It's called VIX, like VIXX.
Ooh.
Super. I like them because they're known as concept dolls. So they're
Ooh.
idols who have a concept every comeback. And nagustuhan ko sila because every comeback has a story around it.
Mm.
And because they also deal with their initial break, like
Mm-hmm.
the thing that made them get their first win was a horror themed. It was called Voodoo Doll. It's
Mm-hmm.
horror themed, and there's a lot of gore. And apparently, it's like 19 plus. I think their
Ooh.
actual music video. Yeah, I like music where there's a story
Yeah, like
behind it, and and the K-pop group VIX builds entire their entire comeback is built around these concepts. Besides the voodoo dolls, there have been Jackal and Hyde. Um, One of their last comebacks as a full group, they called it Scentist. It was like scientists except scents. It was
hmm.
based on the book Perfume Story of a Murderer. So I like things like that.
That's interesting, like concept stuff. Because recently I've listened to like Kendrick Lamar's previous album, so it has a narrative, lots of stories, lots of hidden meanings, and
Mm-mm.
his one album, Good Kid, Mad City, is a concept album, and it's really, yeah, you really feel it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put that on
Mhm.
my Spotify list.
And then this one. So you mentioned many times already that you like horror, right?
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever experienced like real horror during one of your midnight shifts or maybe like any time of day? Paranormal occurrences like, things moving or sounds or things that you see in the corner of your eyes.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Really?
I have actually. Yeah. Um, have you ever had those strange feelings where one mag-isa ka lang,
Mm.
and then you're engrossed in whatever you're doing, and it's like someone's calling your name, like I've heard my government name
Mm-hmm.
being called, and when I look up, absolutely nobody is there
Oh hell
because
no. I don't want no, I don't want
I
that.
work because I work from home and I work night
Mm-hmm.
shifts. And there was a time when I was downstairs. I was working downstairs. It's a
Mm-hmm.
two-story house. I was working downstairs and I could have sworn like somebody was calling my government name. But when I kept looking up, there was like nobody. There's nobody outside. There's
Uh,
because it's the dead of night.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I'm when I experience these things, I'm glad that I do not see the things because
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could take seeing entities.
Yeah, like the
I
feeling
will
is enough, but
yeah,
you don't want to
yeah.
see the thing.
Yeah, 100%. And I have a funny story about that
Mm-hmm.
because I have experienced like the paranormal stuff, the sleep paralysis demons thing.
Oh,
I've experienced one of those.
damn.
It's me because the house I live in right now is pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
So I fell like I was taking a nap, and when I woke one time I woke up, and it was such a weird feeling because as a caveat, Like for the longest time, when I sleep, I do not remember any dreams. I don't remember them.
Yeah. You never remember dreams?
No.
Oh, really?
Like
Why?
I don't know either. The only like I've only experienced remembering them like since 2022. So recently
Mm-hmm.
lang. I think it's because I'm more relaxed in a way. I'm more relaxed
Yeah.
now than I ever was because the way I used to sleep was I called it the sleep of the dead because
Sleep. That goes
whenever
hard. Sleep of the
yeah.
dead.
Yung feeling na hindi ako aware, nakakatulog ako
Ah.
because it's when I work a lot and
Mm-hmm.
then nakakatulog ako. Tapos pagising ko, nakatulog na naman ako. Yung mga feeling na ganun. But, for the longest time, wala. So anyway, so I wake up in the middle of, it wasn't even night. It was like the middle of the afternoon. So I wake up, but I don't want to open my eyes for some reason. Tapos may mabigat na like totoo pala yung mabigat na like really heavy feeling sa chest mo. And I had the feeling na kapag binos yung mata ko, may makita ako. Which was not okay. I did not want that to
Nakita
happen.
Mo?
Hindi. Because
ayun. Buti naman.
I didn't open my eyes. Instead, my brain thought, well, if I'm gonna go, I want to fight the thing at least.
Mm-hmm.
So no shot. What I decided to do was I open my mouth and I bite. I bite at I fully expected to bite onto nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because like I know I'm dreaming. On some level, I either know I'm dreaming or I know that something is out, that something is there and I don't want to see it. So what I did was I opened my mouth, I bite. I fully expect to bite onto air. But my mouth definitely bit onto something because there was this pressure. I think there was I had yung alam mo yung sensation when you're biting into something at solid siya. I got that sensation and then after that, I turned over, went back to sleep.
Ano yung parang texture niya? Parang matigas mo? Parang bakal or parang meat?
Solid siya. Parang wala siyang lasa. Parang yung meat na when you bite down into a burger, I think is the closest thing I can tell you. Like, I know I bit into something definitely solid. And then, tinawagin ko yung jowa ko, tapos sinabi ko, kinuwento ko sa kanya. And he was like, well, shit, I think you frightened it because I wouldn't want to mess with you either. And they were like, you're the only person I know who thought to bite at their sleep paralysis demon.
Kasi yung tita ko na nakaranas na din ng ganun eh. Pero mas intense yung sa kanya yung talagang nakita niya eh. Nakita niya yung mukha nung demon.
Yoko.
Yeah. Kasi dati mahilig siyang mag-dabble sa mga paranormal books, paranormal media, diba? Pero syempre parang utak mo lang yun. Pero there's no denying na, if you consume, the media you consume turns into you in a way, right?
Yeah.
So, syempre, mga batang nanonood ng Skibidi Toilet, edi magiging toilet sila.
Skibidi?
Diba? Skibidi Toilet. Diba? Ganun lang. Hindi ko pa naranasan and I hope I don't experience that. Syempre. I think it can cause like death, I think. Pag nabangungot ka talaga ng matindi.
Oo. Yung tita ko, she's always warning me against pag busog ka, huwag kang matulog.
Ganun nga. So this one naman, music again. The next two questions will be about music. So this one, who's your favorite band?
Me opening my Spotify. So sino yung pinapakinggan ko recently?
Grabe talaga music listener ka na yung diba?
I like to say like my Spotify Wrapped always says I am genre fluid kasi ang dami kong pinapakinggan na
genre fluid. Wow.
Yeah. I listen to music from all sorts of genres.
Wow.
Right now I'm really into alam mo yung Weatherman Sea Shanty.
Sea Shanty, so yung genre na ganun, yun yung gusto mo?
Yung si Nathan Evans. what happens is whenever I play games or I watch things, if there's a song that I really, really like, you know when your brain gets hooked onto a specific song
Mhm.
and it does not want to let that song go
Yeah.
until like for weeks. So what happened was I was scrolling through YouTube shorts and people were making shorts with the Wellerman song. So it's a sea shanty where there once was a ship that sailed to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. That was
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that before.
yeah, the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. Dun, dun, dun. And ang ganda ng satisfying yung cadence niya.
Yeah.
So, ayun, I got hooked onto looking at listening to other sea shanties.
Mhm.
Hindi ako aware na sa Assassin's Creed, sa Black Flag,
May
the
ganun, may
pirates,
soundtrack sila na ganun.
oh, the pirates really do sing sea shanties.
Mm.
Yeah, example. That's what I'm currently into right now.
I wish I could listen to more genres kasi yung mga genres ko lang ano ba, old school hip hop, ganun, tapos jazz minsan, tas jungle drum and bass, mga ganun lang. Yeah, minsan is experimental hip hop, ganun. Yun lang. So I think it's good to explore like new music because you know you can get stuff from them and then incorporate it into your own music.
Mm-hmm.
Ayun.
I think I started branching out because before I was really into punk rock. Just I was that kid who liked listening to, you know, Mayday Parade, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco.
Mhm.
I started branching out after, and then Taylor Swift.
Mhm.
But I started branching out after I started looking for music with lyrics.
Mhm.
Kasi, yeah, I started listening to more new music whenever I would watch mga animatics on YouTube. Ayun, I was looking for music with lyrics kasi I'm a writer. And sometimes I need to listen to a specific song para makuha ko yung emotion ng scene that I want to convey. And then there were these things known as mga mix. Like there were these people before in the days of LiveJournal. There were people who made big playlists for a specific character.
Oh, okay.
And they would call them like fandom mixes, I think. They would call them yung mga mix. Tapos, this was before Spotify. So what they did was, they would compile a small album of songs curated for a specific character. Tapos they would put them on for... I think they would put them on SoundCloud, I think, para mapakinggan mo yung vibes nila. So ayun, from there, it evolved into... Right now, there's on YouTube, there's like playlists for almost every vibe you can think of.
Yeah, like a playlist while you slash demons in Japan. Music when you feel sad.
Yes. Music when, like me searching right now, there's me searching music for when on YouTube there's like music for when the antagonist prevails.
Yeah,
Music
that one.
for when you have a deadline. Ever since I started listening to those things, like people curating music for a specific mood, that's also when I started to branch out the different kinds of music.
And then I found this playlist for silly people, and then it's like, you know, cat music, like meow 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 meow. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, really really like very simple but cute. And then the other question relating to music, this one, it's about hip hop. So recently, hip hop artists have started to infuse rock elements to their beats. Although this has been done before, it has led to a resurgence. Do you think that this is a good idea, and why?
Hip hop.
Yeah,
I'll listen to a lot
they
of...
put in like rock elements now, like electric guitar, especially in trap beats. Like
they do?
Yeah, they do now.
Oh, I think that's cool. I like when musicians, I like when artists experiment with stuff that they don't know if people are gonna like it or not. I think it keeps the genre fresh.
And it shows like, you know, they're not afraid to, you know, be free with their music, express themselves through other genres.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's already a very brave thing to do to release your own music, right? Even braver to go against the grain of what is popular in that specific genre.
Mm. Then this one. What are the benefits of journaling and how could it help the future generation?
My God. Very Miss Universal tanong.
Yun talaga ako magsulat eh. Ganun lang.
It's okay. I think one, I love journaling.
Mhm.
I'm a planner. I'm a planner girly, as they say.
Mhm.
Like every year, I have a planner, and then 6 months out of the year, I struggle. I forget about the planner.
Yeah.
But when I do use my journal, I've written on one of my journal entries once, like the best days that I have usually are when I don't forget to write in my journal because it really does serve a great purpose, especially for me because I think a lot. I'm in my own head a lot.
Mhm.
And writing things down helps me empty my mind a little bit
Yeah.
because in one day a lot of people have so many stray thoughts that also take up a lot of mental energy. Like people realize but every stray thought or every decision you make does take a toll on your energy and does tire you out.
Yeah. I'm people.
So yeah. So, 'di ba, when you're thinking of a lot of things, when you're thinking a lot and you have to do a lot of things, like
Mhm.
most of the time I just want everything to stop so I can catch up. Because I
Mhm.
really feel like I'm one of those people who feel like I'm lagging behind everybody else.
Can relate. Oh my
Journaling
gosh.
yeah, journaling helps me understand myself better
Mhm.
because I get to write down thoughts that I don't, when you have those thoughts that you don't want to verbalize because that makes them real and you cannot handle that.
Mm. Yeah.
I have those a lot and writing them down. Like I write them down and I never look at it again. Just knowing that I've put it down there, it's okay. And I can stop obsessing about it.
Yeah.
I think I think that's a really cool thing about journaling. More people should get into it. Really, it's really therapeutic.
You think that journaling will help, like the Gen Zers to, like help them empty their thoughts into paper, be more at peace with themselves. In the age of skippity toilet, skippity
Skippity
toilet,
toilet.
gat, Riz, like,
Yeah, I think it's also important because a lot of people nowadays they use social media as kind of their venting space.
me. I have an alt for that. Anyways, yeah. Go.
And while it's great,
Mm-hmm.
like, but I think that's also because I come from that weird space in time where part of my childhood was one I know I have experienced what life was like before my parents could afford dial up.
Mm-hmm.
So I had days where I had to entertain myself and I had no other way to do, like if I couldn't go online, I had to entertain myself in other ways. So that was why I drew a lot, I wrote a lot. Um so now that we're in an age where most people are quote unquote like chronically online,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good to have something that's solely for yourself.
Yeah.
Venting online is great, but it also opens you up to a lot of criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, especially when you're at your lowest, you don't need that.
Yeah, of
And
course.
yeah, I think just writing shit to yourself. Like I also believe that your own inner critic is like the worst ever. I've heard that being described by other people. Like it doesn't matter. Like they say, it doesn't matter what you tell me because my inner critic is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh,
they can
like
hurt me.
sometimes people like what was that? What's that term? Self sabotage, right?
Yeah,
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 they
yeah.
talk shit about themselves and then they just internalize that like, oh, I'm ugly. Oh, okay. You're ugly. Oh, okay, I'm ugly then. So I won't.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. I think it'd be really good if people don't post their lowest moments
Yeah, yeah.
online because the internet will not forget. The internet does not forget about anything you post to it,
True. I've seen stuff.
right? Unfortunately, they never ever
Mm.
forget. Yeah, and I think it's nice to, like I said, it's nice to have something that you know is only for you Because I've also noticed that about myself. Ever since most people are now online, there are moments where, like in Instagram, right? When I'm one of those people who likes to photograph what they eat,
Oh yeah, me too.
but sometimes I don't photograph to share it online. I just photograph to remember like the memories I had associated with
Yeah, me too, me
that
too. I don't
kind of
post.
food.
I take pictures, but I don't post them. It's for me, just for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
'di ba? Ang ganda ng feeling na
Oo, ganun.
there's nothing that prompts you to share pieces of yourself online.
Mm.
Like, I think it's important. Like, some people should have something na sa kanila lang,
Yeah.
na you're not thinking about whether this is marketable
Yeah,
or
yeah.
clickable or viral, di ba?
Kasi may mga food ako na pinicturan, tapos di ko ipopost, tapos pag tiningnan ko, parang, ito yung time na kasama ko si ganto ganyan. Parang,
Mm-mm.
nakakamiss naman, ganun.
Oo. Exactly.
Alright, this one, so related ulit dun sa musical. If you were given an opportunity to become part of a musical, would you take it? Which role would you play and why?
Part of a musical?
So, pwedeng designer, yung lights, yung kahit ano.
Oh, 100%. I would take it, but I would prefer to be part of costume design. Yeah, I really like the aesthetics, pero hindi ako marunong magtahi. I just really like the idea of picking out costumes for people and then helping them get into them, and then they go do their thing, and they look pretty while doing it.
Yeah, before kasi, alam mo yung sa mga classroom, pag high school, naranasan mo ba nung high school yung may role play?
Yes.
Diba, ganun. Tapos nung nasa senior high ako, may theater, gawa doon ng theater. Tapos ako yung kinas as parang main character. It feels nice to perform for me. Like, me turning into another guy, and then everything becomes quote unquote real. Like, once the lights are on, Yeah, I'd like to be part of the theater too, like out there in the stage, But I don't know how to dance. I can't dance to save my life, so I just sing. But you can't do that, right? You can't just sing.
Unfortunately, no, because diba, you've seen in plays, they're so active when they move and they gesture with their hands. Really, really cool.
But some people, they act like they know how to dance. There are people like that. Like they can't dance, but they're acting so they can look like they dance. So maybe I could practice that or something.
100%.
Yeah.
Diba? As long as you look like you know what you're doing. No one usually bats an eye if you sound like you know what you're doing.
So ko tuloy mag-workshop. Alright. This one. Ito naman. Meron akong 2 scenarios. Pero yung second scenario near the end of the list. So this one, scenario, you have 500 pesos / $9 to prepare a dish. What will you cook and why? 500.
500, grabe.
You can save. You can keep the change.
Yeah, I was just thinking like a couple of years ago, 500 could buy you so many things.
True.
Inflation.
Yeah.
I think I would like to make chicken karage. I love making chicken dishes.
Isn't that just fried chicken, or is it different?
Oh, it's 100%. It's fried chicken. It's fried chicken, but I would go out of my way to buy because I've done this. I buy potato starch. Kasi in Japan they believe it gives you a more crisp crunch, and it does. I looked for potato starch on Shopee because I was curious. I wanted to see what would happen if I used, instead of my usual, which is cornstarch and all-purpose flour, and it really does. I don't know how. Mas crispy talaga kapag kumakagat ka sa ano.
May crunch
if you make
talaga?
It with potato starch. I don't understand it. Mas maganda talaga yung crunch when I used it with potato starch. And then I say this because I used to watch Food Wars and I used to read the Food Wars manga. And there's this one dish I really wanted to try, which is the I think it's the banh mi roll. It's the roll where they put chicken in they put fried chicken and lettuce in a crepe, I think. They put it in a crepe so it's easy to walk around with it. And there's a sauce. It looks really good. Food focused anime and manga really know how to make food look appetizing.
Tapos
Yeah,
yung
it's
reaction
fried
pa ng mga
chicken.
characters sa Food Wars, pambira. Whoa!
Diba?
The flavor! Whoa! The freshness of the... kung ano man. So, tapos ikaw yung nagbabasar nun parang, wow, masarap.
Oh, masarap. And yeah, because I like simple dishes, because reading food-focused manga and watching shows like that was how I learned how to cook. So very, nostalgic siya for me.
Ako, mabilis lang. 500, di ba? 500 yung budget.
Oo.
3 pansit canton. Boom. Akin yung change. Easy. Easy money. That's how you do it.
True. Ang sarap.
Kasi ito
So,
naman...
pansit canton.
Anong aling flavor?
Chili mansi. For
chili
me, chili mansi.
Yeah, me too.
Tapos garlic bread.
Ito, may bago. Alam mo yung wafer, yung cheese na wafer, yung Richie's. You know Richie's?
Yes.
Meron na silang pansit canton.
What?
Richie's cheese pansit canton, cheese ramen, and then spicy cheese ramen, and then spicy cheese pansit canton. It's really good. Really good.
Wow.
Pero syempre, processed yun pero masarap. Tapos yung bagong Lucky Me na brand, na product, binili ko mga 2 days ago, shrimp tonkotsu na pansit Lucky Me. Sarap din. Pero dapat enough yung water kasi maalat. Yeah, ganun.
Richie's, I can't believe sila na rin nag-expand sila.
Yeah.
Sa noodles.
Yeah, so binili ko kinuha ko nun sa grocery kasi parang hindi na nga masarap to parang di ako makapaghintay na i-clown yung product nila pero sarap talaga. Tapos ito naman, next question about to hardware. As a mechanical keyboard user, has your keyboard helped you become more productive? Do you think the corporate world could improve if every employee had a mechanical keyboard, and why?
I love my mechanical keyboard because it gives me the illusion of productivity. Kasi, I don't know, it makes me feel good kapag narinig yung click-clack of ng keys. Kasi feeling ko talaga may ginagawa ako.
Ano ba mga switches mo? Tactile ba or linear?
Right now, I have blue switches, pero yung lahat ng letters sa keyboard ko, they're Gateron milky yellows.
Nice.
So may thought talaga. Tapos I now understand yung quest ng mga keyboard people to make the thought sound.
Yeah.
Kasi blue switches are great. Pero yun nga, for office use masyado siyang
wait,
maingay.
Blue switches are great?
Yes.
Bakit?
I'm a clicky person. I'm a clicky.
Bruh.
Clicky kasi.
Ang ingay kaya. Like, come on.
I know. Very
Batukan
clicky
ka sa
kind of
opisina,
person. No? Yeah, oo nga, diba? Kasi nag-hybrid setup yung work ko. So, the first time I went to work, like, I considered it me returning to civilization. to civilization after being at home for so long. Tapos doon ko lang na-realize, ang ingay ng blue.
May nagsabi sa'yo na maingay?
Ay, wala. Ako lang talaga.
O baka alam nila, baka naiinis na sila pero ayaw nila sabihin sa'yo.
Yeah, wala sinasabi. Tapos na-realize ko, kasi in the office, I work with my department are also full of writers. Tapos may ibang department. We're mixed. May kasama kaming ibang department. Tapos narealize ko may ingay siya. When I went to the bathroom, I think, and one of my coworkers wanted to test my keyboards. I was like, sure, go ahead. You can type on it and stuff. Tapos yung paalis na ako sa desk ko, rinig ko pa rin, nagtatype sila. I was like, shit, ang ingay nga. So, and then that was when I decided to look into the more tactile switches, yung the more talky ones.
Tactile, and
that's how
great.
I landed on yung milky yellows kasi, hindi siya masyadong maingay, pero I still get yung satisfaction na when I type. I still get the sound without the echo. If you're using blue switches, you're announcing to the entire world na may ginagawa ka.
Yeah.
Parang ganun.
Wow, magsipag
Tapos,
naman na ito.
diba? When I switched to the talkier switches, ayun, hindi na ako nahihiya na masyadong maingay yung keyboard ko, ganun.
Pero pag may kasama kang mga mechanical keyboard users din, na syempre parang, diba? Wow, ganda naman ng sound, tas i-flex nila yung board nila. Diba ganun yun? Yung i-flex nila.
Oo, and I know people who collect boards and they keep telling me, Kya, don't get into it. It's a very expensive hobby. And I'm like, I'm trying my best, dude.
Yeah.
Kasi gulat ako when I saw there were keyboards that go for like more than 5,000 depending
10K,
on...
10K ganun. 10K.
Oo. 10K, 15K,
mahal.
ganun. Like, crazy.
Tapos yung mga group buy pa, diba? Yung pupunta sila sa convention, tapos parang unahan bumili ng board. Grabe yun, mahal.
Oo, diba? Insane. Pero yun, I'm glad na may market for these things.
Yeah.
Kasi it's no longer... I look at it like naranasan ko yung matcha craze before it became popular. Kasi my parents, they used to work for a Japanese company. So every so often, when they go on business trips, yung binabalik nila mga pasalubong, yung mga matcha things.
Yeah.
And before matcha became more mainstream, a product, it was so difficult to find it locally. Like, you'd really have to outsource it to get it. So now, I'm glad that matcha everything is more accessible now. Kasi, you know, whenever I want, I can have it.
Tsaka
so, yes.
May mga mahal na switches. Yung, ano yung term? Franken switch. Yung you take parts of another switch and then you put it into another switch. Like, mixing them together.
Wow.
Yeah, yung mga ganun din eh.
Franken switch.
Yeah.
Gagaling.
Tapos yun nga, syempre thockier or clickier, depende yun sa nagko-customize, ganun. So it's really, it's like a rabbit hole. No, it's not like, it is a rabbit hole. An expensive one.
Very expensive rabbit hole. But yes, I think if employees have to do a lot of typing, like writing or coding, I think it's useful to have a keyboard na one. If you do a lot of typing, a lot of coding, I think having a keyboard you like and is fully customized para sa'yo lang is great. Kasi yun yung gusto kong experience sa keyboards. 100% customizable siya. Like, so you can express yourself while, you know, being comfortable with what you're working with.
Yeah.
So I think if you do a lot of typing, very useful for productivity yung having a mechanical keyboard. And like literally, once I've tried the mechanical keyboard, I can't go back to normal keyboards.
Yeah, they sound so bad. Ano ba? Ba't yung pag ginagamit to? Ba't di kayo mag-mechanical keyboard? Ito sa Shopee, mura lang, Tapos ako na mag-customize.
Diba? Diba?
Tsaka alam ko, connected ng mga coder tsaka mechanical keyboard eh. Parang they go together na. Ano? And then this one, balik tayo sa games. This one. What's the scariest game you've ever played?
I will open up my Steam. Check lang yung Steam library ko.
Kasi ito, side tangent. Kasi di ba may mga tao na ayaw nila ng realism sa video games. Kasi parang it removes like the siguro ambiguity ng features ng mga creature. Kasi di ba tulad ng Silent Hill 2, di ba you know, like polygons, stuff like that, and then who's the main character again? Harry? Is it Harry? Or James, I think. Anyways, yung main character, diba, syempre yung face niya, parang hindi mo ma-distinguish. Is he smiling? Is he frowning? But you can only know through the voice. So, you know, the voice acting shines. And then the creatures, like, they're polygons too, so you don't know. So your mind has to fill in the features of the monsters. And, you know, I think I agree with them, right? Like, parang Lovecraft yan. Parang di mo talaga fully realize yung itsura ng monster. Ganun. Diba?
Yes. Nahanap ko na.
Okay.
The scariest game I have played that I have not streamed is Faith. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Faith, the Unholy Trinity.
I've played 1 and 2.
So
Yeah.
you know what makes it really scary? Kasi one, it uses the low polygon, the pixel art.
Yeah.
It uses the old pixel art style, and the way they use audio is
Yeah.
really cool and really scary
Mortis.
for me. Because no joke, when
Mm.
that one scene with the girl,
Yeah.
the one scene with the girl when she peeks over yung bed,
Mm.
scared the fuck out of me. I was like, this is not okay. I was playing it and I was like, this is not okay. I don't like this.
Actually, di ako natakot, na-amaze nga ako eh. Kasi ang ganda ng art, diba? Parang rotoscope ba yun? I think it's rotoscope. It's really nice.
Rotoscoping. Ang galing niya talaga. I'm very impressed.
Tapos may video sa YouTube eh, yung behind the scenes kung paano nagawa yun. As in, guy lang siya na minumove yung face, head, ganun.
Oh my God, that is amazing. And I agree with you. There's something scary when it's very low polygon. When it's very low, when the graphics are very, there's something terrifying.
Yeah.
Kapag low graphics, tapos the voices are very uncanny. And your mind has to fill in most of the blanks. That is the scariest.
Kasi do you know Wendigoon?
Yes, I love Wendigoon.
So ito, naalala ko biglang yung sabi ni Wendigoon yung parang about children's drawings, why they scare him. Because, when a child draws like a monster, parang, it's a drawing, if it's a kid's drawing, but your mind also has to fill in like kung yan yung itsura dun sa bata, paano pag nakita mo na, 'di ba? Parang mas scary, parang tulad sa Mandela catalog, like, oh, this is the guy in the shadows, hooded man, and they're like, I wonder what I don't want to, you don't want to think about what he looks like in real life.
I do not. Yeah. Speaking of, the Mandela catalog freaked me out for the same reason it freaked out Wendigoon.
I always hide in the comments. Di parang yung jump scare, yung nakakatakot, yung jump scare, yung naghihintay ka ng jump scare, tas wala, tas parang gusto mo nang lumabas para makapagtago ka na, pero wala pa rin. Di ba ganun? Really creepy.
I know they manipulated yung picture ni Jesus, pero creepy talaga.
Yeah, really creepy. Tsaka yung feeling na yung doomed na talaga lahat from the start. Yung parang mali pala yung inaano nila, diba? Parang alternate na pala yun. Ganda. Excited ako sa new episodes.
Ako rin. I cannot wait. Ever since the Mandela catalog, and Wendigoon, I've been following Nightmind.
Yeah, Nightmind, yeah.
Yeah, I love Nightmind. I like how they report on different ARGs and unfiction stuff. It's so cool. Like, the way people express themselves through the horror genre is really amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
have you heard of Marble Hornets?
Yes. I've heard of Marble Hornets. The one I'm following closely right now is Welcome Home.
What's that?
Welcome Home is it hits all of the things that I like, which is it looks perfectly cute, perfectly innocent. The art style is like you're watching the Muppets. But there are weird things that happen inside
the Muppets, but weird and scary
neighborhood. Yeah. It's scary Muppets.
So ayan, next question naman. Speaking of yung analog horror, mga horror ARGs, ito, internet horror has been around ever since the internet. We have creepypastas, horror games, ARGs, and in recent years, analog horror. Are there other forms of internet horror that you think should be more recognized, and what are those?
Oh, analog. I just freaked myself out.
Bakit?
I made the mistake of typing analog horror and I went to images. Oh. It's all the uncanny people.
Yeah.
I hate how I get why they do it, but all of the analog horror, tapos is always the uncanny manipulating of the human form. It always gets me.
Yeah, the Germa sus face.
Yeah, creeps me out like nothing else. I was gonna say something. I think analog horror deserves a lot more attention because it's one. It does evoke nostalgia because I love I like the Blair Witch Project types of horror.
Yeah.
Yung found films, yung this is a true story kind of stuff. Besides that, I think what deserves more attention is games. Games that do unique things with horror. One example is my most recent stream before I stopped was called Killer Frequency.
Yeah.
I played Killer Frequency. It's a game where there's a serial killer that's stalking an entire town and like killing off people. And these people, they want to call the 911 hotline, but the person running the 911 hotline has left to get help, and the town is like 4 hours away because we're talking about a town in the middle of nowhere type of stuff.
Yeah.
So what this 911 caller did was rerouted all of the calls to go to a radio station, which is where your player character works at. And I think it's cool. Like they call in, and there's this scary feeling where, and I've played this, so there's something uniquely scary about hearing. You can only hear what happens in the background, and your mind has to fill in the gaps. But knowing that you can save a life or you can kill it by making the wrong choices.
Yeah. Well, what I liked about the game is, you're safe. You're safe inside the radio station, and then once you get to the part where you have to get out, I feel so scared. Like, oh no, I'm outside the radio station. There's a killer on the loose, and I need to do something for a bit. And then, things could happen.
When I got to that part, I was pausing because I was like, wait. I was already getting freaked out. I was like, wait, I need to chill.
Yeah. So basically you're saying that horror games should be explored more.
Yeah. Famously, I do not like jump scares.
Yeah.
Besides not being good for anyone's heart rate. I also think it's one of the cheaper ways to scare people.
Yeah.
I prefer horror when, like what you said, when your mind has to fill in most of the gaps. Because for me, like audio, I'm sensitive to audio. So any games that do things with audio is amazing and terrifying. Because I think that's one of the few things people have not done a lot with. It's always graphics. It's always what it looks like, not what it could sound like.
Yeah.
Because in my own Twitch chat, famously, I told my Twitch chat, I do not scream. Sorry, I do not scream. This is the thing. All you can do is try to distract me from what I'm currently doing. And that's why I have my scary themes. I have my scary themes, but like the one time it actually did scare me was in Minecraft.
Which one? Which sound?
The clip is up, but I hated every minute of it. It was when I was playing in the hardcore survival server, and then I was already running away from this invisible. Like it was truly scary. There was this enemy where it was just a pair of glowing eyes. I could not. You can't see the body. You can't see the body. It's just a pair of glowing eyes, and I was running away from it because it was stalking me. I jumped into the water. I was trying to swim to the other side. And when I was swimming to the other side, because there was a plane that crashed. There was a plane crash site in the game. To get to it, I have to swim some distance in the water. And when I was swimming at that moment, I was really scared. I was swimming, and at that moment, someone decided to play. There's just redeem. There's like the whistle, it's called on sound alerts. It's called the whistle of death. It's a really long tune where someone's just whistling.
Yeah.
Freaked me the fuck out. so I was like, God damn, I fucking hate this. That made me yelp because of several factors. Because one, takot na ako. I was actively running away from something already. And then that was one of the best moments para mag-play ng audio para matakot ako. You know, those unique factors na altogether, they make for a good scare.
Yeah.
Pero nakapublish. Nakapublish siya. Hindi ko lang alam kung na-record ng mic ko. Kasi talaga nagulat ako. I was like, napa-yelp. I was like, shit, they got me. I hate doing that. Because I knew what I was doing when I told my audience na I don't scream a lot. Because they have made it their mission to get the reaction from me for those things. Which is why I have those redeems.
I think I scream. Can you consider, whoa, a scream? Like, oh, like that? Scream pala
anything na mas, hindi siya yung traditional na scream, pero pag nagulat ka na, tapos maingay.
Yeah. Alright, next question. As a guy, I don't really think of skincare that much, but I know that I should. As someone who is familiar with Bath and Body Works products, what are the essentials that you could recommend to me? I don't know why I wrote this down.
Oh, yan. For a guy, exfoliate, moisturize is very important. So, kasi when you exfoliate, yung dead skin cells, tinatanggal mo sa katawan mo, and it makes newer skin cells shine through. So, I recommend exfoliating scrub. Personally, there's this brand called Skin Food that has a very nice scrub. It's called the brown sugar, I think. Brown sugar scrub. Check ko lang. Skin Food.
Ano yung exfoliate? Ano ibig sabihin nun?
I know. It's called the black sugar mask wash off. Pag nag-exfoliate ka, yung topmost layer ng skin. Kasi diba our body, nagsished siya ng skin cells. Minsan, yun nangyayari, naiipon siya sa topmost layer. From what I know, na iipon siya sa topmost layer, tapos natatanggal siya kapag, you use a scrub. Alam mo yung St. Ives? May scrub yung St. Ives na kapag nilagay mo sa skin mo, parang abrasive siya na makatay abrasive siya. Tinatanggal niya yung topmost layer of skin. So, nangyari, mas malinis. Parang you're scrubbing away the topmost.
Dirty top skin layer. St. Ives, diba yun yung social? Social na sa mukha. Cetaphil lang meron kami.
Walang exfoliation, removal of surface skin cells, as yung dirt from surface. So, mas nangyayari, your skin typically looks much better kapag nililinis mo. If you have yung mga loofah, yung sponge thing na mukhang yung sponge thing or yung bato. Yung tita ko kasi may tinanong ko rin, ba't may bato tayo sa CR? Sabi niya, yung pang kilutos sa paa, kuskus sa paa niya. So yun, I recommend exfoliating. And since after exfoliating, your skin is a little bit more sensitive, that's when you should moisturize. Parang lagyan mo lang ng cream moisture.
Hindi ba magiging sobrang kintab since ang face ko is parang oily type?
Oh, I've not considered. I have combination. I have combination skin sa mukha ko. So, yun nangyayari. Yung T-zone, which is yung sa nose mo, tapos oily.
Ako din yung ilong noo.
Ilong noo, oily siya. Pero the rest of my face is dry. So, that means you have to find products. That's also why it's kind of, for me, skincare is a lot like keyboards because you have to find what works for you. Kasi what may work for me may not work for other people.
Yeah.
Pero yun, the most basic for skincare is you exfoliate your skin, you moisturize, tapos, sunblock.
Akala ko ang sunblock pang beach lang.
Ay, hindi.
Ay, hindi ba?
Yung mama ko kasi, she was obsessed. When I say obsessed with skincare, I only know so much about skincare because she has been telling me to take care of my skin ever since I was ever since I was 18 years old. Like, she was telling me to take care of my skin na agad. She used to tell me, if you take really good care of your skin, you don't need to hide under a lot of makeup. Tamad ako mag-makeup. So, ayun. Cleanse the basic skincare routine. Kasi diba, you've heard of like the Koreans of like 7 steps, yung mga ganon.
Hindi pa. Ano yun? Ano yung Korean 7 steps?
There's the Korean skincare routine. Skincare, wait, tingin lang ako.
7 steps, haba naman. Ako sabon lang sa mukha, tapos
Diba?
Mm.
They have a lot of steps because I'm reading a 10-step. They have a 10-step routine. I used to follow this like obsessively.
Mhm.
One is they use two types of cleansers. One is oil-based
Mhm.
and the other is water. So the idea is since oil and water repel each other, if you use a cleanser that is water based, it cannot remove yung oil, yung impurities daw sa skin mo na oil based.
Mm.
So some examples are makeup, sunblock, SPF,
Mhm.
and the oil your body naturally produces. Hindi siya matatanggal with water-based cleanser kasi oil siya.
Mm.
So, ginagawa nila, they use an oil-based cleanser. And then after that, pag natanggal na yung oils, yung oil impurities, then they do water.
Okay. Okay
So,
na.
yung water cleanser, it's usually yung foam, yung thing na nagfo-foam tapos tinatanggal nila yung alam mo sa commercial pag yung they put the foaming thing sa kamay nila tapos when they wash their face, that's what the water-based cleanser is. I think roughly. Tapos then then they exfoliate. Yun yung mga peels, yung sugars, the scrubs like sinasabi ko. Then
Yung
after,
ipapahid sa mukha tas papahintayin mong tumigas. Yun ba yun? Okay.
mga mask, ganon. Ginagawa ko rin yun. Then you need something like toner. Kasi like, all of the products you've put on so far, ina-alter niya yung pH levels ng skin mo. So, kailangan mo na ibalik sa sa acidic state, as they say. That's what toner does.
Acidic pala mukha natin.
I think our skin has pH levels. If your pH is below 7 is acidic. As acidic, above 7 is non-acidic. And 7 is neutral. That's our skin. And then what they do is, then after the toner, naglalagay na sila ng essence. Yung mga essence, ito yung mga anti-aging stuff.
Not for me.
Mga anti-aging stuff. Tapos then, 5 is essence, and 6 is treatments. So, in Korean skincare, they have products that are focused on getting rid of a specific problem. Like, wrinkles, acne, they put that. Tapos, after all of this, maglagay sila ng sheet mask. Sheet masks are this product soaked in a lot of gel.
Yung parang yung mukha kang parang naka-mask tas malamig, yun ba yun?
Yes, yeah, yun yun.
Kasi hintayin mo din pagtanggal, edi okay na yung face mo.
Pagtanggal, ayun na. And then may eye creams sila. And then finally, yung eye creams, it's gentler for the skin around your eyes. Kasi mas thin yung skin natin around that area. So, mas gentle yung products for that overall. And then, after they put their eye creams on, finally, maglalagay na sila ng sunblock.
Hindi pa tapos. What the heck?
Finally.
Kaya palang pupogi nila sa Korea.
Diba? Ang dami nilang steps. Tapos, yeah, I also used to think sunblock was just for when you went to the beach. But no, my mom would tell me to put on sunblock before I leave the house. Kasi nga, she was the kind of mom who didn't like going out kapag 12 to 4.
Bakit?
Ayaw yun nun. Kasi pinakamalakas ata yung rays ng sun. More likely, matatamaan ka ng
yung unhealthy rays. Kasi 'di ba ang sun daw pag umaga, healthy kasi vitamin D. Pero pag late na, iba na yung effect. Yeah.
Mga UV rays, yung hindi maganda for your skin.
Okay.
So, that's why ayaw niya lumabas ng 12. Yung 12 noon hanggang 4 kasi that's when pinakamainit, diba? So yun, sabi niya nag-sunblock before. She would like say mag-sunblock ka na ba before you go out. It's just extra care for your skin. Ang weird ka na feeling like when I was younger. When I first tried it, ang weird na feeling na, kasi diba, we've been conditioned to be like, magsa-sunblock ka lang kapag magsa-swimming ka. So, ang weird na feeling kasi amoy na amoy yung sunscreen. Pero, pupunta lang naman ako sa school. Pero ayun, I think it's paid off kasi, maganda pa rin yung skin ko.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so for guys, I think what you can do is cleanse. So, kahit yung soap, exfoliate, moisturize. Ayun, just like good care of your skin. And drink lots of water.
Yeah.
Like I'm not kidding. When I started drinking a lot more water personally, like people were asking why my skin looks really good, and I don't do my skincare every day. Tamad lang talaga ako. Like
Wow, ganda naman ng skin mo. What's your secret? I use
water.
Water. I use water.
I drink a lot of water. I think it's helpful kasi that's one of the ways we can nourish our body inside. It really does make a difference.
Yeah. Fortunately, pinag-derma ako dati. Like a couple times when I was still a teen. Yung lola ko naman, siya yung parang lagi niya sinasabi asset daw yung mukha ko, yung ngipin ko, ganun. Kaya dapat frequent visits to the dentist, frequent visits to the dermatologist. Pero pag pumupunta ako sa derma, grabe kasi ang sakit. Kasi di ba yung aanuhin talaga bawat yung buong surface ng mukha mo talaga hahanapin nila yung whiteheads, blackheads, tapos yung acne, ganun. Tapos after nun, lalagyan ka ng mahapdi na cleanser. Ganun.
Yes.
Then yun nga, yung malamig na mask, stuff like that. E di, ganun. Hindi masyadong dirty yung mukha ko dahil dun.
Oh, di ba? But the maintenance, mahal.
And the pain. Oh, the pain.
The pain.
As in, tapos yung dumudugos, papakita sa'yo yung lahat ng tinanggal nila sa mukha mo. Tapos papaano ka na lang, oh my gosh. Okay. Daming impurities. Ganun.
Diba? Ganyan pala kadumi yung yung mukha. Especially when we go out every day, yung mga ganun.
Yeah.
Cannot believe how deep dermas can go.
Then, next question, ito naman yung second na scenario. So, scenario, it's 2001, and you are tasked to promote the upcoming release of Animal Crossing as its PR manager. How would you promote it?
2001?
Yeah.
Wait lang, 2001 Animal Crossing. I need to get into the scenario. Oh my God. The GameCube version. You're gonna make me cry. I love this. The very first version. Oh, I would promote it as, do you want to simulate the experience of living in a town?
I forgot to add, yung budget mo malaki, parang unlimited. So you can do anything you want to promote it. So yeah, what would you do if you were the PR manager back then?
In 2001, before the days of influencers, no?
Yeah.
2001 was such a different time. One, no influencers. Two, no YouTubers.
Yeah.
So marketing would only be done traditionally in like radio, commercials.
Yeah. Magazines.
Magazines, grabe. So that the PR, the hook would be like you can play with your... No, I don't remember kung back then, kung may multiplayer na ba yung Animal Crossing. But I would, knowing what I know now, my hook would be, do you want to live in a town where no matter how long it's been, no matter how long you don't play, every single time you boot up Animal Crossing, they're always happy to see you. They always miss you. They're always happy to see you. It's a game where you can do nothing wrong in the game. And you can play with animal friends. Like you live in a town, you live in a small town, your animal friends. You get into debt, but there's no interest. You get to experience buying a house for the first time.
Yeah.
It's Animal Crossing. And you get to live with animals for some reason. Yeah. Trust me, man. It's going to be the biggest thing ever. I love Animal Crossing.
Next question. This one. As a fan of Pokemon, how did you react to the Vaporeon, Lopunny, and Gardevoir memes? Do you think that they affected the fan base's reputation, even in the slightest way?
A lot of... Guys, why?
Alam mo yung there's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman.
True, but also, when I was made aware of the Vaporeon copy pasta, the Lopunny, and the Gardevoir, even the Braixen ones. Braixen is like the fox. Fire Pokemon siya. Mukha siyang fox na may stick, may hawak siyang stick. It was only a matter of time.
Oh, hell no.
My first reaction was, is nothing sacred in this world. I learned there's nothing sacred to the degenerates of the internet.
Yeah. Funny thing is, diba, Rule 34, di ba? Ano yun? Yung if it exists, there is, stuff.
Yeah.
Weird
Yes.
stuff. So, na-curious
Yes.
ako. Syempre, favorite ko si My Melody from the Sanrio brand. So, na-curious lang ako. Pumunta ako dun sa website. So, sinerch ko My Melody. So, nakita ko sa, oh my gosh, what is this?
I'm so sorry.
Like, what is it? It's nothing sacred. It's nothing sacred.
I say this also as a lover of Sanrio. I'm like, there is nothing sacred to degenerates on the internet.
And I also saw a Kirby one like years ago. I was like, what? Whoa.
No.
And then I sent it in a group chat. They were like, Yan, what is this? Ba't mo sinin to? Anong problema mo? So ko parang, nakita ko lang eh.
Not even Pokemon.
Yeah.
I used to think that the franchises catered that are highly marketed to children would be safe from Rule 34.
Yeah, but
of course not. Nothing is safe from Rule 34.
Yeah. And then this one, my last question for this episode. How did RPG Maker games affect how you analyze and interpret storytelling and narratives as a kid or as an adult? I don't know when you played RPG Maker games.
No, I love RPG Maker games. One of my first RPG Maker games was Ib.
Yo, Ib. I tuned into Nene Grimalkin's stream. She was playing Ib. I was like, yo, wow. It looks really nostalgic. And she was like, yeah, this is an old game.
Old game still holds up till today. And then they remade it, I think. It's like Mad Father. In-update nila yung graphics.
Oh.
It's really nice. What affected me was I like to think RPG Maker games formed part of my foundation in media literacy because I like those games where they don't blatantly explain everything for you. It's like, this is the game, this is the story, whatever you get from it, that's what you get. Because throughout media, that's been one of my favorite things. And it's sad to me that that people do not like it. Like nowadays, people hate it if you don't explain things to them. It's a contradiction because people they want to know why a scene is what it is. That's why explainer videos are popular on YouTube.
YouTube, yung movies explain you para, assassin enters room, it explodes, why? And then, may explanation na parang, yung sinasummarize yung mga movies ng, yung mga text-to-speech, yung ganon? Ganon ba yun? Yeah.
Or yung mga explainer videos where one of the games I like playing is called Pocket Mirror. Pocket Mirror is a horror game where you're a girl who does not know what her name is. And the entire quest revolves around her trying to find her own name and meeting these characters. I played the game and then what popped up in my recommended was Pocket Mirror explained. So they were explaining every scenario, what it possibly meant to the character. There was this one scenario where this girl, she doesn't know her name. She meets someone na is considered either low vision or blind siya. But she does not like it if you do not rely on her. This character is hellbent on being independent kahit disabled siya. Tapos yung explainer, the person was explaining na the character's blindness represents the girl knew something was bad happening sa family niya, but she just chose not to look at it. So she turned a blind eye to the situation that was happening within her family. And that's why it represented the girl that the main character meets is represented as a blind person. Yung ganon.
So you're saying na hindi ka fan ng mga ganong video?
For me personally, I only like those videos if I do not understand what's happening in the story. But I like those kinds of videos because they help people who may not interact with media as closely. Kasi I know there are people who don't like interpreting for themselves what something means, diba?
So yung di ka lang fan ng mga taong ganon, yung parang di nila na-appreciate yung subtlety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fan ako ng mga ganun, where the game, the show, the book, whatever, they do not spend like like pages explaining to you this is the entire story.
Ay, parang exposition dump. Ayoko naman ganun eh.
Ayoko na mga ganun. Ayoko rin na mga ganun. So, I appreciate people who make explainer videos na ini-interpret nila what's happening for the people that, cannot do that. Because I know there are people na they either don't have a lot of experience in interpreting the things that happen sa text.
Yeah. Na-appreciate ko yung minsan yung mga video na gano'n, yung mga explained. Kasi sometimes there are things na hindi mo makakatch pag first time mong na-consume. For example, yun nga, yung To Pimp a Butterfly, yung albums ni Kendrick Lamar. There were some things that I wasn't able to interpret properly kasi nga, una sa lahat, di naman ako taga-America, ganun. Diba? Then, subtle talaga yung way ng pag-write niya ng song. So, syempre, merong mga genius annotations, yung mga lyrics, then may mga videos of people explaining, yun nga, yung themes ng song, ganun. So many stuff like that. Especially when it comes to anime. For example, Evangelion. Marami akong mga hindi na-get sa Evangelion. So, nakatulong yung mga YouTube videos, ganun. Yeah, insane talaga Evangelion. Yung parang kailangan mo pang pumunta sa mga Wikipedia para lang magets yung plot. May mga stories, may mga parts ng story na parang kailangan mo pang i-research.
And then, that's what I appreciate about people explaining. Kasi true, there are things na hindi mo makakatch by yourself.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, even if you rewatch a specific thing, hindi mo pa rin makukuha.
I'm really a fan of media that makes you think. Sa tingin ko yun yung standard ko pagdating sa pag-consume ng media. If the shows make you think, then it's good. I think that's how I measure media in terms of quality. Is that the same with you?
Oh, yes. I also like any piece of media that makes me think about either a perspective na I haven't thought of before, or, if you go outside, if you watch a movie or a play or whatever, if you leave the venue at may napulot kang insight or whatever, I think that's a benchmark of a good show or a good book or anything. If the media does not make you think, I like media that makes you feel something at the end.
Kasi for me, I think despite yung mga rebuild film, yung sa Evangelion, some fans don't appreciate it. Pero yung sa original anime, 'di ba yung napanood mo ni Evangelion, 'di ba?
Yes.
So yung ending yung parang si Shinji, parang like I'm so sad and stuff like that. Yung merong part doon na parang napaisip nga ako na parang there are multiple yous. So ganun, there is me as a friend, there's me as a student, there's me as, a citizen of, this country or whatever. And then there are also yous that exist in other people. So ganun, yun lang. I think that was really interesting. So versions of you exist in other people. So maybe trying your best to look nice, pero hindi yung in a fake way, di ba? Parang just be cool. Parang ganun.
Yes.
Really made me think. Have you watched Steins Gate?
Yes, I watched Steins Gate.
My favorite anime. It's insane. Yun din, same din sa ganun. I learned that time traveling isn't fun. It's not all fun in games, right? Like sometimes your actions really have consequences. Also, Undertale, I really like the concept of, like...
Oh, yes.
Yung genocide run, it was really hard.
I love Undertale. I liked how it was a game you could 100% play and not kill anything. Or kill everything.
Yeah. Wait, who was the final boss in the no-kill run?
No-kill run. Yeah. Flowey.
Oh,
Flowey the flower.
And then the genocide run, of course, Sans, right?
Sans.
Oh, Sans really gave me a hard time. Took me like 20 tries. I was with my grandparents then. I was playing it. I was like, They were like, uy, yun ba yan? Anong nangyari sa'yo? Kasi parang malapit na akong magwala nun. Pero nung natapos ko na, boom, I did it.
It's very rewarding. Especially if sobrang hirap siya, pero nalagpasan mo. Like, you finally made it.
And bam. Yeah, I think that's the end of the episode.
Yay!
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for accepting the invite. Do you have anything to promote before we end our episode for today?
Not much. Just if you like the vibes of someone who's a horror fan, but doesn't scream when I see scary games, then go to my twitch.tv/kyaappucino, where I play horror games. I play horror games and cute horror games. It's the subgenre of horror where it presents itself as a cute and wholesome thing, but then underneath it all, there's a horror story under it. There's a horror story underneath it. One of my favorite genres. And, if you like the vibe where it's really chill and cozy, especially when I read stuff. I love reading stuff to chat. Yeah, and follow me, because in the future I also plan to have writing streams where I write my own horror stories and then I read those for chat.
You know what? That's interesting. And then make chat like participate, and then they add something goofy. Like, oh, this scary Lovecraftian monster, but he has I don't know, banana for a head. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that'd be nice. Fun.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys want to watch someone scream at horror games and suck at any other game, you know where to go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you very much. If you're still watching, if you're still listening, thank you. It'll take like a long time for me to edit all of this out, and yeah, I appreciate you sticking out. Sticking out, hanging out until sorry, cut mo to. No.
Hang out with us till the end, ganun.
Oh yeah. I appreciate you hanging out with us until the end. Yeah. So yeah, please look forward to the new episode. I still don't know who to interview next, but stay tuned. This has been Yanhe and Kyaappucino. Kyaappucino, say goodbye.
All right, bye.
Bye everybody. Bye.